Hey friends, Shelly the Human Cook here today, and guess what we're making? Tandoori Mommos. This was a request sent to me by one of the viewers, so I've done my best to make them. I hope you enjoy. So, to err is human. Come, let's make some mistakes. Okay, so to start our momos, we're going to start with the dough. I have put in here the maida, and now I'm going to just add 1 teaspoon of salt and just about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of oil, and now we're just going to knead it. So you slowly add your water in, a tablespoon at a time. And when this dough is mixed, we're just going to set it aside for about a half an hour for it to rest. So now my dough is ready, so I'm just going to cover it and put it aside for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so you want to chop up 1 cup of cabbage diced. I love the red cabbage, so I'm using that with the green cabbage as well. But you want to dice it this way. So once you have your cabbage chopped up, we're going to go ahead and now chop our red onion. So I have about 2 medium onions here, and I'm just going to give them a fine chop to go with our cabbage. Alright, once your mixture is ready, you're just going to add half a tablespoon of salt to that. Mix it up well and let it just sit for 15 minutes. When you've mixed it up and it's been sitting for 15 minutes, then we're gonna go ahead and put it in a cloth and take out excess moisture. You don't want to take out too much, just a little. Okay, so once your cabbage looks like this, and it looks like there's a lot of moisture in it, you're just going to go ahead and put it in a cloth. I'm just taking a kitchen towel, nothing special. And you're going to dump it all in there, and you're going to squeeze out some of the liquid, because the more liquid you have in your momos, it's going to ruin it. It's going to tear apart quickly. So you don't want it too dry, but you want some of the moisture to come out. So just kind of squeeze it like this, and you'll start to see some liquid coming out. Mine is purple because of my purple cabbage. I love that color. So you see how much is coming out there? Now you don't want to squeeze too much. You want your momos to be nice and soft. You don't want them to be dry, but once you've taken the water out of your momos, you're just going to go ahead and dump it right back into the bowl that you originally had it in. Okay, now that we've put everything back in and we've squeezed out our liquid, we're going to go ahead and now put 2 inches of chopped ginger in here to the remaining momo filling. We're gonna put just like a half a teaspoon of salt, pepper, black pepper, not too much, and about 2 tablespoons of oil. Oil is just gonna bind everything together, so I'm gonna put in 2. And then we just give that a mix. Doesn't that look good? Alright, let's go ahead and now make our outer layer for the momos. Get our dough out. Okay, our dough looks rested, and we're going to take it out, and we're just going to go ahead and make some small balls. size. Okay, I've turned all of my dough into balls, and now I'm gonna go ahead and build them. But while each and every one is waiting for its turn, you don't want them to dry out, so just take a wet paper cloth and just keep it on top so they stay moist. Okay, here we go. You're just gonna go ahead and get these flat and as circular as you can. And then go ahead and fill them. Alright, now you just want to roll out the dough, get it as circular and as flat as possible. Alright, disclaimer alert, I am not a chef. This is like the second or third time I'm making momos, so my folding technique is a little off, but I'll show you the gist of it, the way I do it. You take about a teaspoon, fill it in the middle, like that. Now your fingers are already giving you kind of like ridges, so you just go ahead with your thumb, fold, insert, fold, insert, kind of until they're all folded and in there. So basically you just need to close it up the best you can. They don't have to look that pretty, but do your best. Okay, so our momos are done. I've made them into a ball, and we're just gonna hot fry them, lightly fry them in deep oil. So when they look like they're hot fried, make sure they don't open up on you. I let them sit for 5-10 minutes so they get a hard crust on them. You want to bring the temperature up to 375 for the frying. You can make these momos with, these are vegetarian momos I'm making today. But if you'd like, you can put in chicken, you can put in ground beef, any kind of filling that you'd like, with the cabbage and the onions. So that's something you'd add, and then the other thing you'd add is your meat. That's the only difference between a chicken momo or a beef momo and these vegetarian ones. But vegetarian momos are... Fun fact, momos were first made in Tibet. These are, yes, my friends, these are Tibet, how would you say it? It was first made in Tibet. Their brothers on the other side of the border from China is dumplings. And then people from Nepal made them into momos. Indian Chinese style momos. Just a little fact going on there. Alright. Okay guys, now we're going to go ahead and make our tandoori marinade for the momos. So the first thing I'm going to put in is like a third a cup of besan or ground flour. After that, next thing I'm going to put in is black salt, ya kali mirch, kala namak, black salt. About a teaspoon of that. Then I'm going to put in regular salt. I think I'm going to put a teaspoon of that, as probably half a teaspoon, because we have salt in the momos and we have salt in my tandoori masala here. This is my homemade tandoori masala, but you can put in the store-bought one. I'm putting about a tablespoon of tandoori masala in. You know what? I'll put another half. Or, yeah, let's go ahead. Alright, after that, the next thing we're going to put in is ginger garlic paste. About a tablespoon of that. And then the next thing we're putting in is the lemon juice. About a tablespoon as well. Then some kasuri methi. About 2 handfuls. You really want that taste to get in, so crush it in your hands, people. After that, some chopped coriander, cilantro. I'm going to reserve some for the top. And 4 tablespoons of yogurt. I'm using Greek yogurt because it's creamier for me, less water, but you're most welcome to use the regular yogurt. Kind of didn't get all I wanted in there. Now I'm just going to mix that up with my hands because when we put the momos in, we want to make sure that they don't break because they're not all the way cooked yet. Plus, this yogurt was cold. You can take out your yogurt a little ahead of time, but I'm going to put 1 cup of mustard oil, which I've warmed on the stove. I'm going to put it inside this and then mix that up. And in that same dish, I'll cook the momos. Same oil. You want to hear that sizzle sound. So it's just going to cook the marinade a little. And just let it cool down a little. Look at that taste. It smells so good. Whisk it well. It's nice and warm. I'm going to go ahead and put my momos in now. Once all your momos are inside, you're just very carefully going to coat them. Okay, be very careful you don't break them. And just coat them nicely, evenly. This is a beautiful dish to make beforehand, so you can make it up to this level overnight. And then serve it the next day. Put it in the refrigerator, just like this, and then serve it the next day. If you're doing a barbecue grill outside, what you can do is put these on skewers. So you put like 4 of these momos on the skewers. So while your chicken is going on one side, you're just gonna give these a light roast on the grill. All my momos are coated, and now I'm going to get my pan ready. Look at those. I'm just going to go ahead and set each momo into this pan. I'm going to do about 4 to show you guys, because I'm going to keep mine for tomorrow. So you let it roast on one side. So as you can see, I just added a little oil in here, and I've roasted one side, and now I'm just doing the other side. You're basically roasting the besan, the ground flour we put in here, Everything else is pretty much cooked. You're cooking down the rest of the momo in this beautiful sauce we've made. And does that not look delicious to you? Needs a little more time on that side. You can deep fry these as well. And like I said before, you can put them on skewers and you can barbecue them. So as you can see here, our momos are done. I'm going to take out these, show you how they look. They're very well done on both sides. Oh, it smells so good in here. And now to bring this to the next level, if you'd like to, this is optional. You put on some chaat masala. Chopped coriander. And I'm going to fry up the rest of my momos and put the rest on. And some onions, sliced onions. And there you have it, guys. Tandoori momos.